I want to thank my mother and my father and my sisters and my brother for all the hard work they've put into me, helping me when I didn't understand work, and just being with me through the tough times and the happy times. Thank you so much.
I'd like to thank my parents for getting me through this journey. They've been there always for me. They've always been there to motivate me and just push me to my limits so I can do better for myself and for my future. So I'd like to thank them for doing everything they can for me. I know it hasn't been easy. As you can see, they've succeeded, so I'd like to thank them.
I would like to give a big thank you to my mom and my dad, because without them, I wouldn't reach anywhere in life. And thank you for choosing Cayman Academy, which is the best school in options, even though it was a struggle. But yeah, love you for that.
I'd like to thank my parents for helping me and supporting me throughout all my years here at Cayman Academy. I also want to thank them for sending me here, actually, because there are other schools that they could have sent me to, but I now realize that this is the best school to be at.
I would like to thank my mom for always providing food for me and always making breakfast and my lunches for me, and my dad for always working hard to provide and pay rent and everything for me and providing a roof over my head.
I'd like to thank my mom. I know that as a single mother, it may be difficult to raise a child. She trusted in God and she pushed through, and she made my experience the best possible experience. And I also ask that God will continue to bless her.
So I would like to give a thanks to my mother, my #1 fan, I should say. Thank you for choosing to put me into Cayman Academy to give me a better educational option other than the other schools I've been to. I just want to give you a great thanks for that.
I just want to thank my parents for sending me to a school that modeled me into the young gentleman that I am today. It was their decision who brought me here and made me into the man that I am.
I want to say thank you to my mom and dad for always being there to help me throughout this time. Thank you for helping me to study. Thank you for encouraging me when I had my low points, and thank you for just being my support.
So I would like to thank my mom and my dad for always being there with me, my entire step family and all my siblings, as well as my distant relatives.
I would like to thank my mom and dad for sending me to Cayman Academy to get a Christian education and also to learn a lot and information that I needed in order to succeed in life.
I would like to thank my parents and my brother and sister for encouraging me and egging me on to do my best. Thank you for sending me to this school, because I wouldn't have met these wonderful people and these wonderful teachers if you didn't.
I just want to say a shout out to my mom. She has guided me in ways that I could have never imagined. She's the one who I pretty much look up to after my dad passed. She's pretty much the biggest inspiration and biggest role model in my life right now. She's pretty much the biggest person I look up to.
I would also like to thank Miss Dawkins for pushing me to do my best.
Oh my gosh, Miss Dawkins.
I thank you for taking the time out to make sure I got all my work done so that I would be able to pass
The English exam as well as the SBA.
I know that it was only through God that you were here and that we were able to get all the content done.
I was a few handfuls, I should say. Honestly, you were one of my favorite teachers.
You came and you cleared up so many things that I think I would not be able to know or do for my exam.
Thank you for putting up with me, honestly.
Mr. Standbury, PE teacher.
I would also like to thank Mr. Standbury for being a good role model.
Even though he was new, he was a good PE teacher, and he made sure to push us all to do our best.
Thank you for helping me learn a new sport, which is basketball, even though I'm a little too short for it.
It's like he know everything about sports.
In your class was always a joke, even though you learned.
I never fail to enjoy PE classes. Thank you.
Ever since I came to the school, I've known Miss Evans. She's taught me life skills, social studies, and POB.
I'd like to thank Ms. Evans for also teaching me in a very fun and interactive way.
If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have learned anything business related.
She's a fantastic guidance counselor, and she's also a pretty good role model.
On top of being a great teacher, she also tried to connect with us on a personal level.
She bullied us, but it was a fun type of thing that we had.
She's a very, very good teacher.
Senora Reeves, I'd love to thank you from the bottom of my heart, miss. From practicing with me my oral situations, I know that I wouldn't have been able to do the best that I have. I just pray that God will continue to bless you and your family. You have put so much work into me, into my education, and also I want to say that I love you, miss, and you were a very big part of my high school experience.
I'd like to thank Mr. Bailey for teaching me the simple maths.
Thank you for making it one of my favorite subjects.
Even when I was being a handful in class, you always like stuck around and had confidence in me.
Thank you for always encouraging me.
He helped me learn the maths in a very interesting way.
Even when I couldn't understand, you made stuff understandable.
And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have learned mathematic topics to my fullest ability.
Yeah, enough love.
Hi, Ms. Vegan. I would like to thank you for all you have done for me, and thank you for making me learn principles of accounts.
She always made sure to tell us what we were doing wrong and helping us.
Even though you always tried to be hard on me or whatnot, you always wanted the best for me.
You have influenced me through the years and helped me think of a career path I've never thought of before.
I pray that you will continue to be the best teacher you can.
I'm just so grateful to you. Thank you to Pastor McKogg for all your prayers and your encouragement.
He was a really positive role model in the class.
You always find a way to put God in it, and I like that about you.
Teaching me a lot about the Bible, a lot of things that I never knew.
He has always prayed for year 12. Thank you, Mr. McKogg, for all of your prayers.
Thank you for always helping us to see that Jesus is there with us.
Miss Jullisa Salmon has been also another big inspiration within my academic journey.
She always tried to teach to her best, even though we didn't always listen.
I never thought somebody that I've known in such a short time could be such a big impact.
Being there to help me when I was struggling in EDPM.
Her classes were pretty intuitive.
Awesome teacher, that fun teacher to spice up the classroom and just make learning fun.
She always made sure that we performed our best during class.
She belongs in the classroom.
Miss Meikle.
Hi, Miss Meikle. This is your favorite student here.
Thank you for taking the time out to give me extra lessons with bio and chem.
She made sure to help us throughout our time with her and to make sure that we understood concepts well.
Not only allowing us to learn, but appreciate the concepts.
You were my favorite teacher by far.
Thank you for all of your hard work.
I'd like to thank Ms. Morgan for taking care of me throughout the high school, not just in school, but out of school.
Thank you so much for looking after us and being with us. And even when we stressed you to the point where you wanted to just desert us, you still loved us and you put in the time with us day after day. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Despite our behaviors and abilities that we couldn't perform very well, but I just want to thank her for sticking with us.
Even though we got on her nerves a lot, she made sure to stick by us.
Thank you to Ms. Morgan for being our second mother here at school.
I guess this is the last video that we're ever gonna do together, but we are a family.
I can basically say that you're like my second mom. Have enough love for you, miss. Even though I might not show it, but yeah, enough love, miss.
Miss Morgan, she's a big role model, and if I couldn't pretty much ask her any other homeroom teacher.
She's always fought for our class, she's always fought for what she's believed in, and she's always fought for us and me and everybody individually in our class. And I like to say, Miss Morgan, thank you. I've never met someone quite as loyal as you. You've always been the best teacher, and I'll always love you.
She helped me on a personal levels most of the time, and whenever I had trouble in physics, which I find kind of difficult.
Miss Morgan, pretty much the most swag homeroom teacher.
You dedicated yourself to the max. You vouched for us, you protected us. You were really like a mama bear. It's really sad to leave you. We all have to spread our wings and go. I know that you are gonna miss us, but just also know that you have made an impression on all of our lives, especially mine, and I will never forget that.
So I want to thank her for everything that she's done for me, and I love you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, Miss Morgan, for being my second mother. You were like, I should say, one of my best friends here. And I just want to say that I love you and thank you.